It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Let's go, man.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field.
Stafford to the air to start us off. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Throwing now on first down, Stafford. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. The rookie out of Alabama, they're on the tackle.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They've got a man in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Draw play. This is Williams. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
Well, Kate, that's a white flag waving if I've ever seen one. I'm not sure I saw any avenue with that run play that was going to result in a first down. It felt more like the coordinator saying, well, you earned that call by the mishaps on 1st and 2nd down.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And it looks great flying through the air, Bronk, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. It's a gain of 4. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down throwing for Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They're running the option short side. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's got Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. He finds Dotson left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Offense off to a good start, Brock. Here's a 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory. Option play. They give it to Barkley. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good run gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Running back sent in motion. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Rams headed back after their 2nd drive now. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Stafford from the gun. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They start out with a 2nd and 3. They fake the handoff now. Stafford. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Running for the marker with Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It's a gain of 4, and they're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Throwing is Stafford on third. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 21. That pass caught by Johnson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Hurts now from the gun. It's Dotson on the catch. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he sent a man in motion. 1st and 10, here's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. This is ahead for about 5. Jared Verse on the tackle.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that will set up 1st and goal. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles, hoping to put our first points on the board. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They kick the running back in motion. From the pistol, Hurts. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles get some late points and the lead. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Stafford to throw. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Stafford now against a blitz. That one complete to Higbee. We'll have him gain about a handful there. It was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. Stafford now on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Ethan Evans back out there. They're going to punt it away again. Avery Williams on to return. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Punt meets him at the 28. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Never ever a great look when your quarterback's picking himself up a few seconds into a drive. They're going to need a lot more fight on 2nd down and a whole lot of yardage to get this back on track.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Braden Mann on the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. So no return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. We're at halftime here in Philadelphia, and the Eagles have soared to a lead at the break. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. The Eagles were led in the first half by their dynamic quarterback, Jalen Hurts. His touchdown pass is the only score of the game thus far, as his guys hold a 7-0 lead to this point.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the return at the 27. So to begin the 3rd quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Man in motion here. 2nd and 3. This finds Smith. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he gets him around 6 there. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Offense to the line for second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They go to Barkley again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Hurts. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Rams on offense. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Stafford back to throw. That's on target, Puka Nacua. They gain 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Williams now on 1st and 10. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Cooper DeJean with the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On second down, it's Williams again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Able to find Nakua here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Stafford from the gun. That one's incomplete over the middle. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. This will be caught by Adams. And he's tackled for a short gain. Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. Now Stafford again. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Stafford gonna go on 4th. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does, because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum-wise. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuffed you, but they could rip that ball away from you too.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Takes off right out of the read option. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it'll be 3rd and 12. This is the end of the third quarter. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. And the Rams add a man to the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, 3rd down. Hurts to throw. Has a man, it's Brown. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This is going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead stays frozen at 14.
While they're still in great shape to win this game, Kate, don't tell the kicker that. You know he's bummed with every miss. But with that miss, still 2-touchdown game, and one more stop here can very much end things.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Sanford. His pass caught by Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. Stafford now. To the sideline, and Adams snags it. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. From the 31. Throw complete to Williams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. Give to Williams from the gun. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. It's only 2 on the pickup, and it's an interesting call for them now on 4th down. to throw. Stafford finds his man over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Williams. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Another run for Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Working quickly here. Throwing now, Stafford. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Rams now within 1 score in the 4th. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And this really looks like a whole different ball game after that touchdown, doesn't it? They really need to go on a drive here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Looking to throw. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 4th and short.
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Rams will take possession. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw it. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Desperation time here on 4th. He gets this one to Nakua. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
They run it with Saquon. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. The Eagles take a knee. They're going to let the seconds tick away in this win.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.